Right. Give me a second. I gotta give me a strainer. I made some hibiscus tea with fresh hibiscus leaves, and I'm trying to sip around them, and I keep swallowing some. All right, let's see who came up in here. Salute, Narco. Appreciate you coming through. What's up, Leafy? Leafy in the house. Pound for pound boxing. Yeah, please hit the like. And y'all, when y'all get a chance, support Narco. Also support Leafy, Pound for Pound Boxing, and his project that he's working on. You gotta change that name, Leafy. Everything's going pretty good. Everything's going pretty good. No, I'm doing what I usually do. I'm knocking on doors, basically. See, people be saying I be harassing the developers. I don't harass them. I go on LinkedIn and I make friends with developers and I ask them a billion questions. Appreciate you, man. Okay, you got a new game name. I'll change it when I have a visual demo ready. That's good thing. See, you learning. You learning as you go on. Some things everybody can't tell you. Some things you got to find out on your own. Yep. Let me see. No, but the developers, they never say that I'm bothering them. Even with Steel City, they got a lot of opportunities to block me, but they don't. And every time I look and see, they're watching my posts. It's like 5 people that constantly watches my posts from Steel City. So they watching me. Developers be watching. Like, people be thinking I be just saying that. No, it's developers that come in here and they watch me. They want to see what I'm talking about. Developers told me. One of them from EA. Well, it's a couple from EA, but one specifically, he said he likes what I'm doing. He was trying to critique me. I was laughing at him because he's been at EA for 3 years, and I was helping EA for like over 6 years. No, longer than that. It's over a decade. Over a decade. I don't even know why I said 6 years. So he wasn't there when I was working with EA. And he was like telling you can't do this, you can't do that. He said, but I'm gonna come on your show and let you know, I got a couple of things I want to talk to you about. And I'm gonna be like, that's an EA dev. That'd be a great to have on the show. But I knew they weren't gonna let him on the show. And I know they told him, say, you go on that show, you're gonna make it bad for yourself. Because I have the tendency of making a person get comfortable and say something that they not supposed to say. I did it quite a few times. Oh man, EA got on my nerves today. What happened, Leafy? Let me know what happened. I see there's quite a few. It was you and somebody else was talking about, I think Ace Smooth. Y'all was talking about a basketball game. And I wonder why he tagged me in that. Yeah, I like basketball games, but I wonder why he tagged me in. There must have been something about that game that he tagged me in it that, because my YouTube page is for boxing, for boxers, for me to get boxers to help push for a boxing game to help make it better, you know, for companies to see that we want a boxing game. Yeah, NBA The Run, yeah. Who game is that? That's not an EA game, right? I didn't do no research on it yet. That's not an EA. That's not going to be an EA game, is it? So EA completely ruined their new skate game and locked away a skate map that was free to access behind a paywall. I complained in the skate Discord and they timed me out. No, not EA. I told y'all. I think you was getting on like, nah, Poe. It's gonna be free. It's gonna be free. I say EA don't give nothing away for free. EA don't believe in free. EA don't give away nothing for free. It's the first studio comprised of NBA Street developers. Oh, okay. This right here is gonna for them to make a basketball game in the era of arcade games. Companies are scared to make arcade games, so that's a big chance they're taking because they try to bring NBA Jam back quite a few times. EA sold their company, right? Yeah. Well, they sold it, but it's crazy. When you sell your company, but you still got to stay there, and they got to they got to generate another amount of money to sell it. I forgot exactly how it go. Like they still there, but they still got to work for it. That's crazy. I sold my company, but I'm working for somebody. I'm working for somebody else, and I sold my company. Yeah, they sold it to the Saudis. A lot of people, it kind of shows you how people think about the world in general because their biases. Because I can't let countries, a country will shape your narrative about another country. But then when you speak to these people as individuals or you speak to somebody from that country, it's not what your country told you. So everybody got this narrative about Saudi Arabia and all that. Everybody has their own rules. Everybody has their own rules. You can't get mad at a country for having certain rules that you're not. Hey, it's crazy. But I hope they bring back boxing because the Saudis, they love boxing. No, it's not. Saudi Arabia is going to revive fight. I don't know. That's a rumor. I think that's a rumor. They will bring it back, but we got to look at what's it called? Trump son-in-law. His thing is about everything is about money. He's trying to get the most money out of everything. The Saudis, they could lose money and don't care about it. That's why I said Steel City, they made the worst mistake of their life, especially for Al-Shabaab being that he's Muslim, or he's supposed to be Muslim, and you're dealing with Saudis, but you only got them as promoters of your game. And he used people from the UK to fund the game. That's crazy. Turkey thought he was going to be a part of the game. You could tell when he did that early interview with the African guy. I forget his name, and I hate calling him the African guy. But when he did the interview with the African guy, I forget his name. His name weird, and I don't want to butcher his name. But he Turkey thought he was really gonna be a part of that game, but they just let him be a promoter part. You can help promote the game. You can help market the game. And that's crazy. You got guys from the UK that's not going to put that much money in the game. And you got shareholders. They don't care about the game. The publishers, they don't care about the game. But you got all these people that don't care about the game. So what kind of game we going to get that shows that people didn't care about the game? Let me see. I hope we get a good boxing game. The new Bully Knuckle Street Boxing update I hear is broken, unfortunately. Oh, man. That's why Turkey got his hands in EA now, I think. No, they're two different companies. But I think, yeah, when we think about Saudi Arabia, we think about it's a one big thing. No, there's different companies within Saudi Arabia. But hopefully, because they all like boxing, we get something because they're going to throw money in it. The thing is what's the color going to stop it? What's up, Random Thought? 4569. Yeah, Riyadh seeing that. It's disrespectful. This is what I want to say. Do y'all, I don't know if a lot of y'all know, remember NFL 2K5? No game has ever did the presentation like that. Steel City had an opportunity, and I pushed up on Ash early too. I don't care. Nobody said I was in Ash ear. I was in Ash ear. And my thing was the presentation supposed to be on point. And the presentation is not on point. Even with the waiting screen, boxers should be shadow boxing. They should be getting their hands wrapped or something like that. The immersion. That right there to be like, oh my goodness, did you see that? The guy getting his hands wrapped before we fight. The guy's shadow boxing. The guy's hitting the back. That's what a screen should look like. The UI should look like that. EA shut them down after that. Let me see, APF. All Pro Football 2K8 is good too. NFL 2K5 is so, yeah. EA made sure that 2K was not a problem to them. They found a way to shut them down, and that's crazy. The great thing about it is EA is not going to really be trying to make them kind of moves now because they're trying to get their company in the hands of the Saudis. So they're not really worried about that. See the thing with the Saudis, they don't care if there's more than one thing. The Saudis okay if there's 3 or 4 boxing games. They don't care. To them, it's an investment. Because 3 and 4 boxing games, you got 3 and 4 different group of people or people that will buy your game. I'm from the era when we had 2 or 3 versions of a game, of a boxing. We had football, 3 different football games, 3 different baseball games, 3 different NHL games. I'm from that era. Now 2K got their kickback with basketball, though. Yeah, 100%. And a lot of people talk bad about 2K, but my thing is 2K does a lot of things great. It's just that the microtransaction that even 2K was complaining about the microtransaction with EA. But once EA was out of the picture, they adopted that. They adopted that thing because they saw how much money was in it. And my thing is, everybody's complaining about the microtransactions, but they're buying it. One thing about a company, if enough people stop buying them and supporting it, they will stop it. But nobody don't want to stop it because they're addicted to it. I knew that early because even with when I was helping with Round for Round, and they was like, Dad, I can't afford to get all these boxers that want to be in the game. And I said, this is what you're going to have to do. You're going to have them as DLC. Tell these boxers every time you talk to them, and I do that to every boxer, even the ones that Steel City got and people don't want to give me credit for, which I really don't care. But I'm just putting it out there that don't act like Poe didn't help you get some of them boxes you got. A lot of them boxes you got. But it's just crazy that, I used to tell boxers, I said, the money part, that's the only way you can get a boxer is it's got to be some incentive for them to sign. Some boxers will sign for free, but the incentive, because I know, what's his name? I forget his name, because I talked to him a lot. He was a champion at the light heavyweight, I think. He's Italian. He was like, yo, I'll be in the game for free. You know how many boxers that used to just DM me and ask me, yo, could you talk to him? I said, I'm not a part of Steel City. I said, I can't talk to him like that. I said, I'll throw the name out there because Ash blocked me. Ash Habib blocked me. That's crazy. We were supposed to be friends and that joker blocked me. Well, I thought we was friends. The joker, every holiday the joker be saying, yo, Poe, I hope you and the family had a good holiday, or wish you had a great time or whatever. Let me see. NFL wanted EA to have it because they weren't selling a game for $20. No, I don't think that was the case with the NFL. It was EA. I think EA said, well, they made a deal like, look how they selling the game for $20, and we should just be exclusive to y'all, and they did a bargain. EA know how to hustle people. And when I say they know how to hustle people, I know they try to hustle me. Like I've been telling people, they be thinking I be capping or lying. EA, I went up to EA. We went to that community it was a community event for Fight Night Round 4. EA brought me up there. We stay in the hotel, I think 2 or 3 days. They're talking and all that, doing all that, interviewing me, interviewing some other community leaders. And and then I went back home because they see, Dad, Poe still stubborn. They said, guess what, Poe? We inviting you to go see Mike Tyson in person. He having a movie premiere. I said, for real? Yeah, Poe. They gave me some merch, everything. I went out there to see I saw Mike Tyson movie premiere. I saw Joe Louis. I said Joe Louis, Joe Frazier. I saw all these stars and stuff. It still didn't bend me. See, that's why I be saying People be like, somebody give you $1 million, you'll sell out. Nah. If it don't feel right to me, I'm not selling out. Not selling out. Now, if a company like EA, they were stupid enough to say, Paul, man, you messing up our money. I give you $1 million. I'm gonna take you. You know why? That's $1 million investment for me to make my own game. That's $1 million investment for me to make my own game. Yep. Yeah, a lot of companies be talking to me. Like when I was telling you about that, I showed you the conversation I had with that guy, Leafy. And I end up letting the guy from Round for Round talk to the guy. He did them so dirty that the company had to change their name. And that was crazy because people kept spamming them. That's why I be saying the boxing community can be reckless. They were spamming that joke. Once they know who the publishers or the developers are, you're gonna hear it from people. And the thing that be getting me mad is the people that be trying to get in their ear. They're not really boxing fans. You trying to be in somebody's ear and tell them how a boxing game should be made, and you don't really know that much about boxing. Keep your fighting game mentality to fighting games. I heard a joker that's so-called he's a boxing fan. I heard this joker giving feedback about a boxing match. He was watching it. I said, that joker don't know jack about boxing. He knows nothing about boxing. He was trying to say things, and I'm like, you're using MMA terminology when you're talking about boxing. You would have got put out the gym if you came in there using MMA terminology. And you know what? My brother was a martial artist. He was actually a teacher before he became a boxer. He was a young teacher. And he didn't even allow nobody to do that. Let me see. No get worried about say game. You said if somebody offer you $10 million, or you talking about $10,000? Because $10 million, good golly, man. Going silent, nah, I'm be like me. I'm gonna be like, oh, y'all gonna give me $10 million to be quiet? Be like, Dad, go on. How long they want me to be quiet? You know, can I get a contract? How long you want me to be quiet? Because I definitely be making my own game. Oh, you said $10 million. Man, they give you $10 million, man. You better be careful because they sending somebody to assassinate you to get it back. It'll be cheaper to get you out of get rid of them. Let me see. What you mean by most boxers don't narco reacts? How's it going, the boxing therapist? All is good, man. The boxing therapist, I have a question for you. You know, I'm not trying to get on you or anything. How deep are you into box, like far as boxing breakdowns and what you think should be in a boxing game and all that? Because that's what this show is gonna be today, about what each group. See, this should be a good show. This show is going to be about what each fan base want in a boxing game, and what companies should focus on when they're making a boxing game. It's gonna, you know, I got some good stuff written up. Break it down. Let me see. What's up, Random Thought? Oh, yeah. I'm losing track because I'm used to. I'm up here saying what's up, Random Thought. I said what's up earlier. Apologize about that. Bro, for $10 million, you be quiet as long as they need you to about a darn video game. Yeah. But you know what's gonna happen? That $10 million, I'm gonna use half of that to make a boxing game, and somebody else gonna have to talk for me. Cause I just can't see. That's what people be thinking. Hey, Tim, no, I still want a boxing game. $10 million or not, I still want a boxing game, a realistic boxing game. Let me see. Leafy said they can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man. Yeah, you remember that gingerbread man on Shrek? Joke ain't had no. Somebody broke his legs. He said for 10 mil, I'll make my own game. Exactly. I'll put it all in the game and say I don't recall. Yeah, that's some funny junk. Yeah. Let me start reading on some of this stuff that I got written down. Let me see. Give me a second, y'all. No, I'm gonna start off with this one. I'm gonna start off with this one, and then I'm gonna get into that. Because I don't want to end this. I don't want to end this with nothing like negative. So I started off. All right. This is episode 162. The "you don't play the game" debate is a deflection. There's a line people love to use when they don't want to engage with criticism. You don't even play the game. Let's address this properly. I've played the game. I stopped playing it because it's not what was originally advertised, and that matters. This episode isn't about anger. It's about intellectual honesty. Intellectual. All right. Playing a game doesn't change what's visible. Playing a game doesn't change what's visible. It's like when like say you're about to have a boxing match. You got to study your opponent. Well, some people, majority of people do. They study their opponent. They're not fighting him, but they're studying it. They see what that person is about. People they make up stuff and they don't think about what they say. All right. There's this strange belief that once you hold the controller, somehow physics, animations, AI logic, and systematic flaws magically transform. That's not how game design works. If footwork is stiff, punch animation lack kinetic sequencing, damage logic feel inconsistent, AI tendencies collapse under pressure, stamina doesn't influence output realistically, you can see that in footage. You can see it. You can measure that in mechanics. You don't need 200 hours to identify structural issues. I watch a lot of videos. And I said, if I was playing this, it would annoy me. I'm not raging out over something that I know is broke. And shout out to the one, Shout out to all of y'all that do. You know, y'all got more patience than me. I guess it's in my old age. All right. You didn't play long enough. You didn't play long enough. This one always comes next. How long did you play? Here's the reality. If a boxing game markets itself as a simulation or authenticity, the core system should reveal themselves immediately. Movement fidelity, defensive responsiveness, punch variant depth, strategic AI behavior. In a real simulation sports title, death compounds with time. In a shallow system, repetition exposes the seams. I stopped playing because I stopped playing because what I saw was not aligned with what was Primus. That's not quitting, that's evaluating. Let me see what y'all saying in the chat before I go on. The boxing game, I was going to cost too much. Hold up. First off, I am 29 years old. I started watching boxing at the age of 13 and was introduced to it through Floyd Mayweather. I started boxing at 14. After starting boxing, I went down a rabbit hole of looking up old school fighters and watching a ton of old school fights. I never competed, but I have been in different gyms and love sparring. Great, man. That's great. See, now we could talk. My thing is I like to have a little background on people so we could, the conversation, so I know how to address certain people. Shout out to Aram. Aram, man. Crown, Aram. See the Crown, Aram. Salute, man. Yeah. You 29. You 4 years older than my son. Let me see. All right. Advertisement versus product. Let's be precise. If something is marketed as a simulation boxing experience, authentic, true to the sport, built from the ground up for realism, then the standards of critique is higher. If I buy something expecting technical boxing representation and instead get arcade influence pacing, limited system adaptation, surface level AI differentiation, then discontinuing play is a rational response. Customers are not obligated to force enjoyment. Customers are not obligated to force enjoyment. The deflection tactic. You don't play the game isn't an argument. It's a gatekeeping attempt to invalidate critique without engaging with it. It avoids addressing animation structure, system depth, physics fidelity, AI behavior trees, damage modeling, tendencies implementation. Instead, it attacks participation. That's not discourse, that's deflection. Why stop playing? Let's clarify this directly. I stopped playing because it did not align with the original positioning. It did not meet the bar for simulation boxing. It did not respect boxing at the systematic level I expected. The death plateaued early. If something isn't delivered what it said would, if something isn't delivered what it said it would, continue to log hours doesn't make the systems deeper. People think that by me playing the game, it's going to make the game better. I'm going to see something better in the game. That's me. And shout out to to y'all that play the game. Y'all got more patience than me. And you know what makes it so bad? I'm a real patient person. Ask my wife. I'm very patient. All right. The real issue. The real tension isn't about whether someone plays. It's about standards. Some players are satisfied with surface representation, winning regardless of authenticity, mechanics that feel good enough. Others care about biomechanics, ring generalship logic, strategic variance, to-the-life pacing, damage accumulation realism. Those are two different audiences. The debate becomes hostile when one group tries to silence the other. That's when it bothers me. Like, yo, why are you getting mad at me for? You can't critique what you understand. Hold up. You can't critique what you understand. And that's the thing. How you going to tell me I can't critique a boxing game when I boxed for 12 years? I'm a decorated amateur heavyweight. Well, I was a decorated amateur heavyweight. 3-time Golden Gloves, 3-time state champion, 3-time Diamond Glove champion. Went to England and knocked out someone. I only had 12 fights. The guy had over 50 fights. I knocked him out in the tournament. It was New Jersey versus Jersey in England. So you telling me I don't have the right to critique something? That makes no sense to me. And what a person gonna quick to say is a boxing game. Yeah, it's a boxing game. A boxer should be able to critique their sport, or even a historian should be able to critique boxing. Teddy Atlas don't box. Larry Merchant don't. None of them guys don't box anymore. Even Roy Jones, he doesn't box anymore. He's critiquing people. He shouldn't be saying nothing. You don't need to eat an entire meal to know it's undercooked. You don't need to eat an entire meal to know it's undercooked. You don't need 1,000 matches to evaluate punch recovery timing, AI decision repetition, foot plant and logic, defensive slip windows, hit detection consistency. Game systems reveal themselves through pattern recognition. Keywords, pattern recognition. A good trainer and a good boxer notice patterns. That's why Floyd was so good. He recognized patterns. That's why Muhammad Ali was so good. He recognized patterns. Floyd made adjustments when he fought because he see you're doing the same patterns. If I'm watching people play a game, I recognize the patterns or see what looks off. Why should I play the game? All right, game system reveal themselves through pattern recognition, and I analyze patterns. Let's flip the question. Instead of asking, do you play the game? Ask, is the criticism accurate? Ask, is the criticism accurate? If someone can articulate what's missing, What's misaligned? What system lack depth? See, y'all don't speak in systems. That's developer talk. I've been around long enough to know what systems are. What systems lack depth? What mechanics break immersion? Then engage with that. Don't hide behind playtime metrics. This isn't hate, it's expectations. I don't criticize because I want the game to fail. I criticize because boxing deserves more than surface treatment. I've seen sports games evolve over decades. I've seen many games. Some people say, I didn't know it was over 100 games. Yes, it was. And when I say over 100 boxing games, I'm talking about you got the 3D ones, you got the side scroll ones, you got the tech sim ones, you got the VR ones. There's so many kind of boxing games, but there existed. I criticize because boxing deserves more than surface treatment. I've seen sports game evolve over decades. Sports games, not boxing. I've seen sports games evolve over decades. And the era we are, we should have an incredible game. We should have an incredible game. And we can't give Steel City them excuses anymore that we gave them in the beginning. Oh, it's their first game. You know, stuff like that. No, they can't. When we say it's their first, when we're saying in the beginning, it was Ash and one developer. And but that was his real first game. Undisputed was his real first game. But once Ash started adding on veteran developers, all that first game disappeared. It's been 6 years. All of that disappeared. But we still giving them that. They got a publisher. Indie companies don't have all this. A lot of indie companies self-publish. They got a publisher. They have a top-notch, high-profile publisher. They have 3 studios. They're not an indie company anymore. They borderline AAA. They double A, borderline AAA. So we can't be giving them excuses. So they're not going to make the game we want because we giving them excuses. That's why I fear for Undisputed 2. We're going to have a couple of fixes because everybody's not on the same page. All right, let me criticism. I criticize because boxing deserves more than surface treatment. I've seen sports game evolve over decades. Technology is capable of more. The technology is there. That's what when you go in the Discord or you get a chance to talk to any of the developers or anybody, ask them, does the technology exist? It is, because they can't. If I want a developer to come on here and debate me, the technology and the know-how exists. Animation systems are capable of more. AI modeling is capable of more. We should not lower the bar because something is the only boxing game available. We should not lower the bar because something is the only boxing game available. So when someone says you don't play the game, the answer is simple. I played it, I evaluated it, I stopped because it didn't deliver what was marketed. That's not ignorance, that's disconcernment. And criticism doesn't require addiction to be valid. All right, I'm about to get to the nitty. Hopefully y'all like this part right here. Let me see. Let me see what y'all saying in the chat first, but look. All right. There, y'all had a full-blown conversation up there. I'm looking forward to Claimer Uncut's game, man. Yeah, me too. Everything in Claimer's game is what Steel City said they're implementing. Yup, they'll implement 100%. And people don't remember. I remember the whole script, and they try to hide it and stuff. You can't hide things on the internet. We were supposed to have create trainers, create boxers, create judges, create. It was so many things that we were supposed to be able to do in the game that we didn't get. The referee in the ring, that was crazy. In this day and age, no referee in the ring. And people saying, we don't need a referee in the ring. Yes, we do. Because you don't understand boxing. That's why you're saying that. Let me see. Leafy said, facts. Claimer is going to make an insane, realistic boxing game. Shout out to Claimer Uncut, because one thing he said when I was on his Discord, I said because somebody posted something about some arcade type stuff. And I said, Claimer ain't making no arcade game. And then when his moderators try to get on me and say, let everybody have their own opinion. You know, you never know what Claimer gonna make. And Claimer defended me. He said, Poe is right. And I said, shout out to Claimer Uncut. Let me see. True gamers know about Holyfield on the Genesis. Man, what you know about Holyfield on the Genesis, man? You a young buck, Leafy. All right. Real deal boxing was fire, but once you won the title, it was dry. Yep. Poe, I want to know what's going on with that referee. Exactly. We were supposed to have, I know this for a fact. Ash said he told me he signed 10 referees. We don't have, I didn't see no 10 referees in the game. And then I got my friend Harvey Duck, the referee Harvey Duck. He's a friend of mine because he's from Newark and he used to box. Harvey Duck was a decent boxer. He fought 156. No, 154. 154. He fought 154. Harvey Duck. He was a good boxer. Let me see. They need to focus on making the game interesting. They need to focus on making the game interesting even after you become a champ. 100%. 100%. And once I start reading this stuff off, y'all gonna be like, that's what I'm talking about. All right. The mechanics are more important, though, the therapist said. Yeah, 100%. Mechanics over everything. Tendencies. And if y'all know me, I'm huge on tendencies. Tendencies, it makes boxers more realistic. If y'all can't do it, if we got tendency sliders, we could do it for you. And that's their ignorance. That shows, not even if they're not a boxing fan in the studio, but you should have known that tendencies will help you out. Tendencies will help you out. Even with NBA 2K, people are able to make the basketball players play the way they want them to. If you wanted to be NBA Jam, you can do that with the sliders. All right, let me read this. Let me read this. All right. All right. Modes Modes that attract casual fans. I'm starting off with the casual fans. So y'all don't be like, Poe is anti-casual fans. No, I want everybody to play a boxing game. But I don't want y'all to force me to play a casual game or a hybrid game. All right, modes for the modes that attract casual fans without killing simulation death. If a boxing game wants mainstream traction, it cannot survive on ranked online play alone. Casual fans need entry points. Casual fans need entry points. They need creativity, spectacle, identity, progression, and replay value. Here's how you design modes that attract casual players without sacrificing authenticity. Create a boxer full creation suite. This is non-negotiable. Casual players connect to ownership. If they can't build themselves, their cousins, or a fantasy heavyweight monster, they're leaving money on the table. I say it all the time. They're leaving money on the table by not having a more in-depth creation mode, and you're able to create characters that you can implement into the career mode, not just 10 people. Fight Night Champion, your characters what was that, Fight Night Round 3? Your boxers could keep integrated into your career mode. So that's something that happened almost 20 years ago. But you can't do it today. What it must include: face sculpting, body archetypes, punch style selection, guard style, stance, footwork, profile. That's what we need, profiles. Create a profile for your boxer. Custom trunks, gloves, shoes, robe branding, tattoos and scar editor. Interest music and walkout choreography. Interest music and walkout choreography. It's not too much. Advanced layers. The optional toggles. Tendency sliders. We need that in creation mode. Personality archetypes. Corner team chemistry. Boxers should have chemistries. There should be a chemistry for boxers. The boxer and the trainer should have a certain chemistry. It might come to a ball at some point. It's the chemistry. Industry durability tuning. Casuals will use presets. Hardcore players will go deep. That's how you serve both. Now, what I'm reading is for the casual fan. Bare knuckle mode. This mode attracts spectacle-driven players. No gloves, increased cut probability, shorter fights, clinch heavy exchanges, ref stoppage, logic adjust, smaller rings, or a pit style environment. Optional toggle, 1800 historical rule set, modern sanction bare knuckle league, underground illegal fights. This mode gives variety without corrupting the core boxing experience. Tournament mode. Casual love brackets. Casual love brackets. I know the hardcore fans love them too, but casuals love brackets. Single night tournament. Grand Prix formats. Fantasy Legends only tournaments, online downloadable brackets, add weigh-ins, add press conferences, add post-fight interviews, add tournament fatigue carryover. Replay value skyrockets. Replay value skyrockets. Create your own organization. This is where casual creators become invested. This is where casual creators become invested. Let players name their boxing promotion, design championship belts, set rule variations, create ranking systems, choose judging philosophies, aggressive bias versus technical bias, optional advanced tools, revenue simulation, venue booking, broadcast deals, AI promoter competition. You turn the game into a sandbox ecosystem. All right. Arcade mode properly implemented. Arcade does not mean spam punches. It means simplified controls, reduce stamina penalties, faster damage recovery, pick up and play rounds, 3 rounds max, combo score multipliers. Arcade mode must exist as a separate tuning layer. It must not affect simulation mode balance. I hate that word. All right. Let me see what y'all saying, and then I'm gonna hit this one. I still play it. What's up, Lamont Davis? Lamont Davis in the house. Salute. All right. Hybrid mode. This bridges casual and some players. Think. Real stamina logic. Slightly accelerated punch speed. Reduced cut frequency. Simplified defense inputs. Hybrid becomes the default recommendation for newcomers. Hybrid becomes the default recommendation for newcomers. Career mode, casual accessibility version. This is the casual accessibility version. Career mode. Career mode attracts casuals more than online ever will. Career mode attracts casuals more than online ever will. Must include training camp mini games, rivalries, social media narratives, contract negotiations, optimal story branches, advanced layer, camp brutality affecting longevity, personality affecting public image, injury carryover, promotional politics, let's casual play it light, let hardcore players simulate it deeply. Story mode. These are things for a casual player. Everything that I was talking about there would attract the casual player. Story mode. Casual players love narrative structure. Options. Underdog Rise to title arc. Gem to global champion saga. Multi-character branching story. AI generated rival systems. The key is emotional hooks, not forced cinematic spam. Why this matters? If a boxing game launches with ranked online, quick fight, bare bone career, it dies in 18 months. But if it's launched with creation suite, tournaments, organization builder, arcade toggle, hybrid bridge mode, deep career, narrative campaign. Now you build an ecosystem. Now you build an ecosystem. Casual players enter through creativity and spectacle. Hardcore players stay for authenticity and depth. The strategic takeaway: you don't chase casual fans by dumbing down the sport. You offer layered accessibility, keep simulation intact, give player creativity control, build replayable systems, separate arcade from sim tuning. That's how you grow audience without betraying boxing. All right. Expanding the mode ecosystem, more casual entry points, zero compromise to boxing integrity. If the goal is long-term traction, you don't ship a few modes. You build a layered ecosystem where every type of player finds a lane. Fight Night event mode, live card builder. This mode let players build full fight cards, feature main event plus undercard creation, venue selection, commentary packages. See this right here, and this is what I want to keep. I know I talked about it before, but with commentary packages, AI can make packages for you. They don't need Todd Grisham. I know it. What's up, Todd? They don't need Todd Grisham. They don't need Teddy Atlas. They can literally get these guys' voices and let the AI will pay attention to everything that's going on in the fight and use their voices to make it sound natural. Commentary packages, custom rule modifiers, fight of the night bonuses, save and share fight cards, casual appeal, event spectacle, hardcore appeal, simulation, accuracy across multiple bouts. What if mode, fantasy matchups. This is casual gold. Ali versus Tyson, Prime versus Current, Southpaw only tournament, heavyweights versus cruiserweights, scale attributes. When I say scale attributes, it drops some of the heavyweight things to make it seem kind of even. And the fight is based on skill. Let me see. Add sliders for error rules, glove size, 10-ounce versus 8-ounce gloves, ring size. We suppose they got that too. Referee strictness. This mode fuels replayability endlessly. Knockout challenge mode. Objective-based challenge mode. Examples: win by KO within 3 rounds. Score body shot TKO. Survive a knockdown heavy round. Recreate historical KOs. Add cinematic slow motion unlocks. KO replay editor. Style grading. Clean, brutal, flash, technical. Casual players love highlight-driven progression. Training camp simulator mode, standalone. You already built training systems in your concept. This mode isolate that for players who love management. All right. Features: hire trainers, schedule sparring intensity, manage injuries, weight cut simulation, camp philosophy selection, optional, weekly mini game drills, camp chemistry events, This attracts sport management fans who may not even care about ranked play. Rivalry mode, narrative-driven rematch system, triggers controversial decisions, knock down controversy, trash talk escalation, split decision, dynamic effects, crowd bias, judge tendencies, increased aggression from both boxers, pre-fight hype mini scenes, casuals love drama, gym owner mode, let players run a boxing gym, responsibilities, recruiting prospects, assign trainers, manage finances, schedule amateur bouts, develop prospects into champions, optional advanced, scout global talent, steal prospects from rival gyms, sponsored deals. You turn boxing into a living ecosystem. Amateur to Olympic mode. Amateur to Olympic mode. Different rules. Headgear or no headgear, because some amateurs don't. Some Olympians don't fight with headgear, and some do. Depends on the era too. Shorter rounds, point emphasis scoring, transition to pro, remove headgear, longer rounds, increase damage accumulation. Well, they must have never. Boy, I've seen a lot of people get smashed in amateurs. I smash people through headgear. Headgear is like they never had a headgear on, and I had on big gloves. This mode attracts sports purists and international players. This mode attracts sports purists and international players. Scenario challenge mode, preset situations, down 2 rounds, going into the 10th, cut above the left eye, broken rib simulation, fatigue heavy final round, win conditions vary, casual players love define objective over long grinds. Casuals love define objectives over long grinds. Commentary and broadcast mode for content creators. Tools, disable HUD, cinematic camera, commentary intensity sliders, custom broadcast overlays, crowd reaction scaling. Streamers amplify your game's visibility for free. Streamers amplify your game's visibility for free. Legacy and Hall of Fame mode. Track Fight of the Year, KO of the Year, longest win streak, most title defenses, most brutal rivalries. Unlike museum-style galleries, gloves, robes, posters, belt history, casual player love achievements recognition. Let me see what y'all saying in the chat before I move on. All right, let me see. All right, party mode. This is for casual fans. In case y'all start getting on Poe, thinking Poe on bumped his head. Party mode. This is for casual. This still the casual mode. I didn't even get to, and that's crazy. I didn't even get to the hybrid or the hardcore fans mode. God. All right. Short form fun. Party mode. Short form fun. 1 minute rounds. Random attribute modifier. Sudden death rounds. Power punch cooldown mode. Keep it separate from sim tuning. This mode brings in couch players without corrupting realism. Spectator bet mode. Spectator bet mode. Offline simulation. Offline simulated, I mean. Players watch AI versus AI and predict outcomes. Predict round. Predict method. KO, TKO decisions. Earn cosmetics unlock. Earn cosmetic unlocks. You already value AI authenticity. This mode monetizes and gamifies it casually. I know a lot of y'all say, Poe, you trying to make people into gamblers. No. Let the hardcore fans have this. Have it as you could lock it for your kid, don't get addicted to it. All right. Photo and replay director mode. Photo and replay director mode. Features: frame by frame scrub, camera placement, light filters, blood intensity toggle, poster creator. That right there, that's something I've always been saying for poster creator. We should have a poster creator mode, especially when you're having tournaments and leagues. A poster creator mode should be in the game. Casual players love sharing moments. Local club mode. I think I'm getting too deep into this. It's got to be. I gotta stop the casual stuff. All right. We here, y'all. We here. What attracts hardcore boxing fans? Hardcore boxing fans are not looking for spectacle first. They are looking for authenticity, nuance, and control. They want the sport represented correctly, tactical, psychological, structural. All right, here we go. Deep tendency slider system. Yeah. The identity engine. Hardcore fans care about whether a boxer fights like himself. Hardcore fans care about whether a boxer fights like himself. We require death, jab frequency, counter aggression, clinch frequency, body shot investment, ring cutting logic, retreat patterns. Retreat patterns. Not what y'all keep. I know y'all like, oh, Poe, you talking about retreat that moving back stuff? People do it. Just not the way it is implemented in the game. All right, retreat. I missed my spot. Body shot investment, ring cutting logic, retreat pattern. Ring cutting logic and retreat patterns, they go together. You use them against each other. All right. Risk tolerance when ahead. Comeback aggression when hurt. This must go beyond 10 sliders. It must go beyond 10 sliders. It should be 75 to 150 adjustable behavior minimum. It must be 75 to 150 adjustable behavior minimum. And you don't have to do it yourself, but you should let the people that want to tweak it do it. It's there. It should be there. We should be able to tweak it. Why? Because boxing is about decision patterns, not attributes. Because boxing is about decision patterns, not just attributes. Capabilities versus trait system. Hardcore fans understand the difference between physical ability learned skill, psychological traits, capabilities, chin durability, punch resistance, gas tank efficiency, balance recovery, reaction timing. That's capabilities. You're capable of these things. Traits. Dangerous when hurt. Front foot bully. Late round closer. Cut prone. Slow starters. These create authentic variants. All right. Creation suite with true depth. Hardcore fans want more than cosmetics. They want punch animation sets, guard variants, footwork style profiles, head movement style packages, defense philosophy selections. This ensures custom boxes don't feel generic. Promoter manager mode. These are the things that hardcore fans want. Promoter manager mode. This attracts fans who understand boxing politics, core features, ranking manipulation, negotiation tactics, venue strategy, opponent selection risk versus reward, broadcast rights. Boxing isn't just fought in the ring, it's negotiated outside of it. Create events, full fight cards. Hardcore fans follow undercards. Let players build full events, simulate full fights, track fighter fatigue across tournaments, assign judges and referees, add referee personalities, quick stoppages, let them fight, clinch breaker, warning heavy. That level of detail attracts purists. Stables and gym systems. Let me see what y'all saying in the chat. All right. Stable and gym system. Boxing history revolves around stables. Include trainer philosophy, gym chemistry, sparring partners selection, style capability. Now, this is the thing I got to tell people. People be like, well, how are they going to have different trainers that have different philosophies? That's what AI does. 100%. You can build, they did it back in the day before there was even an AI, but you could do it better now. The AI, like you can have the trainer, well, this trainer is strict. He wants you to do this and do that. He's going to get on you about certain things. And the AI, that's how that certain trainer is, or that's the way you created them. So he's going to have philosophies about your fight. All right, gym chemistry. That's always going to be the different fighters in the gym. Some boxers in the gym are going to think that you're giving one boxer more attention than the other. That's why you got to have more than one trainer in a gym. If you got 20 or 30 boxers in a gym and it's just one trainer, you're crazy. You're crazy. All right. Sparring partner selection. It should include sparring partner selection, style compatibility, trainer types, defensive technician, pressure specialist, condition focus, tactical chess player. A boxer should evolve depending on the gym. Referee and judging system. All of this is for the hardcore fan. Hardcore fans debate scoring constantly. include judge bias sliders. Judge bias sliders. Aggression scoring bias. Ring generalship emphasis. Body work recognition weight. Controversial decisions must be possible. Give me a second, y'all. Yes. You called me just to tell me that. No, I knew you won. I'm doing a show. All right. All right. That's my wife. Apologize about that. All right. What the heck?
Yes.
No, that was a mistake. All right. All right. Controversial decisions must be possible. That's realism. Controversial decisions must be possible. That's why with a boxing game, and this in this real life too, when you know the judges, that's why you pull to pay attention to the judges right before the fight. There were a couple of boxing games that I played that judges, I knew the judges scored a certain way, or it was some games. Even with tech sims, because tech sims, they get things right. Even though they're tech sims, they get, for some strange reason, they get things almost accurate. And you know how the judges, what they look for. And the pros are like, oh, that's who on the judge tonight. You know how they're going to score it. You know what they're looking for. You even know what your referee is. You know, if you know the referee, you know how he's going to let you fight. These are things as a boxing fan and a person playing a game, these should be a part of the game so you can learn these things. All right, advanced training modes. Advanced training modes. Training should not be arcade mini games. It should simulate skillful development curves, overtraining penalties, injury risk, camp capabilities, weight cut consequences. Hardcore fans want camp brutality to affect longevity. Career ecosystem mode. Now, this is the stuff that I like. Give me a second, y'all. This is not just a ladder climb. It must include division politics, mandatory challengers, rivalry networks, media narratives, reputation effects, long-term wear accumulation. Careers should not feel scripted. They should feel volatile. Now, this is the thing about career mode. I want to be able to have a historical career mode. Let me be able to fight. If I knock the guy out in one round, if I wanted to, I should be able to have another fight that same week if I want to. Like old school. Like I should have the choice to build a record, like a record builder. Boxers used to do that. You knock somebody, Tyson fought, I think, 12 times, 14 times in 1 year. And boxers don't want to do it now. And in a way, I kind of agree with them because boxing is a little more dangerous than it was back in the days. Let me see. Story mode with historical weight. Not a shallow cinematic movie. Instead, branching outcomes. This is what EA wanted to do with the Fight Night Champion. If there would have been a Fight Night Champion 2, it would have had branching outcomes. Moral decisions, career-altering injuries, Stable betrayer arcs. Stable betrayal arcs. Promotional disputes. Hardcore fans want narrative grounded in boxing reality. Hardcore fans want narrative grounded in boxing reality. Modern and old school bare knuckle mode. Modern and old school bare knuckle mode. They're two different things. They're done totally different. Old school mode. London prize ring rules. Unlimited rounds. Throws allowed. You're able to throw a person. Throws allowed. Grass ring environment. See, a mode like this would attract casual players too. And it would attack them MMA people. Oh, you could throw somebody in the old school? Oh, I want to play that. And that's the thing that I'll be looking at. I'm not going to get it too deep into it because I got MMA fans that's going to jump on me if I say anything out the way. All right. Modern bare knuckles. Smaller gloves or wraps. Increase cut logic. Referee stoppage sensitivity. This appeals to historical enthusiasts. This appeals to historical enthusiasts. Amateur and Olympic mode. Headgear. Point focus judging. Shorter rounds. Transition to pro. Remove safety layers. Hardcore fans appreciate the development art. Broadcast authenticity mode. Features realistic commentary cadence. Scorecard reveal tension. Corner audio. Punch stat overlays. Damage zone heat maps. Presentation matters to purists. Presentation matters to purists. I know this is going to trigger some people. AI versus AI simulation lab. Hardcore fans want to test authenticity. Allow full AI versus AI simulation. Adjustable tactical settings. Replay breakdowns. Statistical exports. If boxers fight like themselves without player input, your system is authentic. If boxers fight like themselves without player input, your system is authentic. Historical recreation mode. Historical recreation mode. That's a recreation. Recreation modes. Recreate legendary bouts. Tactical objections. Excuse me. Legendary bouts. Tactical objectives. Era-specific rules. Equipment differences. Scoring changes by era. Ring size changes by era. Even glove pattern differs. Even glove pattern different. The gloves look different. Do they still have them different gloves? Because I remember in the early game, we had the smaller gloves and we had the ones that looked like old school gloves. Did they change that? Do we not have that anymore in the game anymore? Let me see what y'all saying. Is that still in the game? All right. Advanced injury and damage system. Hardcore fans care about realism here. Include rib fractures, swelling progression, vision obstruction, punch output decline, stamina degradation tied to body shots, no arcade health bars, No arcade health bars. Progressive damage. Dynamic commentary and crowd realism. Crowd reacts to home fighter bias. Underdog momentum. Knockdown drama. Controversial calls. Hardcore fans want atmosphere grounded in sports, not generic noise loops. Long-term legacy tracking. Hall of Fame logic. Resume quality weighting. Title defense strength. Era difficulty scaling. Hardcore fans argue resume constantly. Let the system stimulate that. What hardcore fans actually want? They want control over systems, tactical authenticity, historical respect, political realism, strategic depth, consequences that matter. They don't want arcade spam disguised as fun. They want boxing. All right. Modes that attract online players. Let me take a drink of water before I get to drink of water. Modes that attract online players. Competitive, spectator-friendly, long-term retention. Online players care about three things: competitive integrity, clear progression, visibility, and recognition. If those pillars are weak, the online community fractures quickly. Ranked competition seasons. That's why Ash said seasons. Ranked championship seasons. This is the backbone. Must include weight class specific rankings, seasonal resets, title belts for top ranked players, division tiers. See, this is another word that triggers me. But if it's online, I don't care about it. Division tiers, prospect, contender, champion, undisputed. See, these tiers, they go for online. Don't force anything on us offline. Placement matches. Must include placement matches. Advanced. Mandatory defenses for title holders. Activity decay for inactivity. Era-specific ranked playlists. Online players need structured stakes. Online players need structured stakes. Online tournament mode. Single elimination. Double elimination. Grand Prix. Weekly scheduled tournaments. Add automatic bracket generation. Live progression tracking. Prize cosmetic robes. Trunks, belt. See that right there? This right here will be epic. Prize cosmetic. Like you can get somebody like, hey, pick somebody, but like have a contest or something. Make robes or make trunks or make a belt and let fans vote on it. And then that could be a prize. That can be a prize in the game. That's community stuff. Prize cosmetics, robes, trunks, and belts. Imagine somebody creating a robe that's made out of gold with with suede gold, and then it's like shiny gold trimming, and it's black suede on the inside, or anything like that. Or a belt is like gold with diamonds and rubies and all these different things like that. All right, stream ready overlay. Limited entry tournaments create urgency. Online stable. Let me hold up. All right. Online stable gym wars. Online stables and gym wars. Players form online gyms. Features stable rankings, gym versus gym matchups, shared training philosophy bonuses, seasonal gym championships. This built community identity beyond solo rank grind. This built community identity beyond solo rank grind. Online career universe, persistent ecosystem. Online career universe. Instead of isolated rank fights, create a shared universe where player boxers exist persistently. Belt circulate. Mandatory challenges are enforced. Records matter. Losses affect matchmaking. Reputations affect opponents' quality. Now fights carry weight. Online event promoter mode. Players host fight cards. They set rule toggles, invite participants, customize venues, set judge emphasis. The promoter earns cosmetic rewards based on event engagement. Now imagine we had, let's say, 5 people in the community that's promoters. They can have earn rewards for their promotions, different bonuses for their promotions. That would be epic. This attract organizer personalities. Competitive simulation mode. No arcade influence. Separate playlists. Simulation rank, hybrid rank, arcade rank. Never mix them. Hardcore only players demand tuning purity. AI versus AI betting league. I did that. I don't even want to do that again. Spectator broadcast mode. Essential for content creators. Include free cameras, round stat breakdown, judge scoring previews, punch accuracy overlays, damage heat maps. Make it a stream ready viewership fueled online longevity. I read that. All right. Rivalry tracking system. Online rematch should matter. Track trilogy records. Knockdown history. Decision controversy. Rivalry badges. Add grudge match playlist. See, this is the thing. With the box rec that we got, we should have more. Like everybody that's playing the game, the computer can gather all that data. And we know exactly, hey, he got knocked down in each fight. He got knocked down 4 or 5 times. He left the fight, or he tends to different things like that. It can be done. If they tell you it can't be done, they're lying. I can prove it 100%. All right. Clan Championship. World Series mode. World Series mode. Season global event. Top gyms qualify. Bracket is streamed in-game. Winner gets permanent banner, exclusive belt skin, historical record in the Hall of Champions. This gives elite players something meaningful to chase. Online amateur circuit, separate from pro ranked. Short rounds, point focused scoring, faster match turnover, lower barrier for new competitive players. Weight class lock seasons. Rotate. Lightweight season, heavyweight season, cruiserweight spotlight. Forces mega shifts. Encourages roster diversity. It encourages roster diversity. Online training and sparring mode. Players spar without affecting record. Test builds. Practice with reduced stamina drain. Optional. Live coaching mode. Like somebody could be coaching you while you're sparring. Replay review with opponent. Serious competitors value control practice environments. Match review and data analytics. That's deeper stuff. I'm not going to go through that. Let me see. All right. Let me see what y'all saying in the chat. Let me see that. All right. Let me do some Q&A. That's what I'm going to do. I was about to get off. Q&A. Let me do some Q&A. Do some quick Q&As, and I'm going to end it with the Q&As. All right. Excuse me. Why not just make the game simple so everyone can play? Because boxing isn't simple. You can layer accessibility without removing depth. Arcade mode can simplify controls and stamina penalties, but simulation modes must preserve simulation mode must preserve ring control logic, damage accumulation, tactical patience, referee discretion. If you flatten everything, you lose boxers' identity. Question 2. Won't too many modes overwhelm new players? This sounds like what a developer would say because they don't want to do the work. They don't want to put the work in. And then you get fans that repeat it because that's what the developers say. And that thing is, hey, we got to take up for our developers. But you're cutting short what you can have in a game by keep trying to defend these developers. All right. Won't too many modes overwhelm new players? Not if they're structured properly. The solution isn't fewer modes, it's better onboarding. Recommended start options. Guided tutorial paths. Guided tutorial paths. Sound familiar, but too late. Preset boxer builds. Hybrid mode as default. Complexity is optional. Authenticity isn't. Question 3. Why include old school bare knuckle rules? Because boxing has errors. London prize ring rules play differently than modern commission boxing. Hardcore fans respect history. Casual fans enjoy variety. Casual fans enjoy variety. Era-based modes expand replay value without altering ranked balance. Hate that word. Why do Tennessee sliders matter so much? People love asking this question because I always talk about it, so I guess they're going to keep asking it. Why do Tennessee sliders matter so much? Because boxing is decision making. Attribute measure physical ability. Attributes measure physical ability. Tendencies measure behavior. Tendencies measure behavior. If a counterpuncher throws 90 punches per round, the system failed. Authenticity lives in behavioral tuning. Authenticity lives in behavioral tuning. Question 5. Why simulate judges and referees? Why simulate judges and referees? My answer, because controversy is part of boxing. Aggression bias, bodywork oppression, quick stoppages versus late stoppages, realistic variance creates realism. Realistic variance create realism. Predictability kills immersion. Predictability kills immersion. Why include Question 6. Why include promoter and manager politics? Because belts aren't earned in a vacuum. Because belts aren't earned in a vacuum. Negotiation leverage, mandatory challengers, purse splits, these influence real careers. If career mode ignore politics, it feels hollow. Question 6. Should career damage carry long-term consequences? Yes. Chin erosion, rib fragility, stamina regression, reaction time decline. A career without wear is fantasy. A career without wear is fantasy. Just like when people say Amir Khan always didn't have a chin, that's not true. Because he wouldn't have won as far as he did in the amateurs. Headgear or no headgear, you don't have a headgear on you don't have headgear on your chin. You don't have headgear on your chin. Once that chin got cracked, it kept getting cracked. A career without wear is fantasy. Hardcore fans want consequences. All right. Online competitive players. All right. Question 8. How do you prevent spam meta online? My answer. 3 pillars. Stamina scaling penalties. Server side validation. Frame data transparency. If overuse reduces efficiency, spams dies naturally. If overuse reduces efficiency, spam dies naturally. Question 9. Why separate arcade and simulation ranked? My answer, because tuning integrity matters. Because tuning integrity matters. If arcade logic influences simulation ranked, damage pacing breaks. Stamina becomes irrelevant. Competitiveness trust collapses. Separate playlist protects both audiences. Question 10. Why rotate weight class seasons? Why rotate weight class seasons? To prevent stagnation, meta builds. Heavyweight seasons play differently than lightweight seasons. Meta shifts keep competitive scenes fresh. Question 11. Why include an online amateur circuit? Question 11. Why include an online amateur circuit? Lower pressure entry point. Short rounds. Point focus scoring. Faster matchmaking. It grows the competitive ladder without overwhelming newcomers. Section 4. Content creators and streamers. Question 12. Why build broadcast tools into the game? Why build broadcast tools into the game? Because creators amplify visibility. Free camera, scoreboard, graphics, damage heat maps, highlight auto cuts. If the game produces professional level progression internally, creators don't need external editing software. I'm looking out for y'all. Won't viewer interaction features break realism? Won't viewer interaction features break realism? My answer, this question 13, my answer, if they're isolated, viewer voting can affect exhibition rules, custom tournaments, arcade modes, never simulation ranked. Boundaries protect integrity. Question 14. Why include AI versus AI simulation studio? Because authenticity must stand without user input. If AI versus AI produces believable fights, your underlying system works. It also fuels prediction content. It also fuels prediction content. AI versus AI is content for online, believe it or not. All right. The big strategic questions. All right. Question 15. Is this too ambitious? Is this too ambitious? I know a lot of y'all saying that. Dad, Paul, you're too ambitious. I got to do it. I'd rather be over ambitious than just have two ideas. I'd rather be over ambitious. I'd rather ask for a mansion and get a regular house. I'd rather ask for a mansion and get a regular house. At least I'm getting a backyard with it, a front yard and a backyard and the thing. All right, let me get back to this. Question 15. Is this too ambitious? Me, not if built moderately. Not if built not moderately. Core engine, identity system, career ecosystem, online layer, creator tools. You don't build 300 systems at once. You build the backbone correctly, then layer on outward. Question 16. What happens if you only focus on online? The game peaks fast and die fast. Casual players churn, hardcore fans lose trust, content creators move on. Longevity requires ecosystem death. Question 17. What happens if you only focus on simulation death? You limit growth. Accessibility brings players in. Accessibility. See, this is what companies misquote. Accessibility means for both fans. Options. Accessibility is options. You limit growth. Accessibility brings players in. Authenticity keeps them. You need both. What is the single most important system? The Boxer Identity Engine. What's the single most important system? This is question 18. The Boxer Identity System. If tendencies are shallow, damage is arcade, stamina is forgiven, AI lacks nuance, every mode collapses. Authenticity is foundation. Authenticity is foundation. What keeps the game alive for 5+ years? 3 things. Seasonal, competitive rotation, historical era expansion, persistent career universe updates. And I'm going to add on to that. The customization makes the game last. As long as the mechanics there, the customization, the creation mode keeps the game going. Because with the creation mode, you could create boxers, especially if you got a career mode ecosystem that keeps going on and on and on. You could keep just adding boxers. If the career mode evolves, the player base stays. What's the final takeaway? This is question 20. Don't build a boxing game. Build a boxing ecosystem. Casual players enter through creativity. Casual players enter through creativity. Hardcore fans stay for authenticity. Online players stay for competition. Creators amplify visibility. All powers by one consistent, realistic core. All powered by one consistent core, realistic core. All right. Let me see what's going on in the chat. All right, y'all. Yeah, I did 2 hours. All right. I'm going to give my shout outs and salute. Shout out to Don D 205. You can catch him on Instagram, Don D 205 TV. You can catch him on X, Twitter, Don D 205. Wherever you can catch him at. This is the first time I forget. Twitter, X, Twitch. Yeah, on Twitch. Catch him on Twitch. On Twitch, he has the show at 12:22 a.m. You know, he does it every day from Monday to Saturday from 12:22. On Sunday, he doesn't do a show, but he does it, and that's Eastern Standard Time, so it's 12 a.m. Shout out to Don D. Shout out to Random Thoughts 4569. Salute. Shout out to the Boxing Therapist 1614. Salute. Appreciate you. Got to bring you on the show. Shout out to Lamont Davis. Shout out to Leafy, Pound for Pound Boxing. Shout out to Aaron for popping in. Shout out to my guy, Narco Reacts. Shout out. Check his Narcos Reacts is on YouTube. And he's on Twix too. And what else I seen him on a couple. I think he's on TikTok too. But check out Narco Reacts. NARKOREACTS. Narco Reacts. Shout out to you. Who else I didn't? Let me see. All right. Shout out to Precisely. Shout out to Esport Boxing. Shout out to Blaster X. Salute to you. Appreciate you. I appreciate everybody that's came in. I apologize if I didn't say your name. Oh yeah, shout out to AJ Pax. Who else I want to shout out? Shout out to JMMA. Jay, you should try it, man. Just try it. Just see what happens. Shout out to JMMA. I'm gonna keep bringing it up, Jay. Shout out to JMMA. Who else I want to shout out? Shout out to the Wishless Mafia. Shout out to Papanosis. You know, shout out to all them guys. Let me see. Shout out to Indigo 72. You know, just shout out, peace. And keep Don D in your prayers, man. You know, just, he'll be back in probably about a week or two. Keep Don D in your prayers. You know, going through family. He's going through a family thing. It's not for me to say exactly what it is. But, shout out to Don D. You're my guy. And I'm working on the shirt. I got the shirts, and I'm trying to I might make you a 3D one, or I might just give you a regular one. But I got the shirts, because I'm an artist, like I keep telling you, I'm an artist. So I'm going to make the shirt that I got is flat, but I'm going to make it into like certain parts of it 3D so it could pop. And I'm going to let y'all see it once I finish it. I might start selling them, or I might not. Might just be like my exclusive thing. But shout out to y'all, man. And shout out to Country Boy, Alabama. And shout out to Remy. Salute. And who was that? Dad, I forget your name. He been the Discord all the time. His name Ichiro. Shout out to you, Ichiro. Shout out to everybody that listened to this. Shout out to the developers that listen to the show. I appreciate y'all. I know y'all don't want to talk, to put yourself out there, but shout out to y'all. I appreciate y'all for y'all spending time to listen to the show. Please hit the like button. Please hit the like button so I can get into the algorithm. Hit the like button. Thank goodness today I did not have a messed up show. It did not mess up today. I don't want to talk slick too long because something might happen. All right. Salute to everybody that popped up today, and I appreciate y'all. Oh, yeah. Did I give a shout out to Norton Block Solo? Shout out to you, man. All right. Until the next show, which is tomorrow. Peace.